So, what is up, everybody? We have the absolute honor of talking with the founder of the X2Y2 Marketplace. So, very gracious to take some time out of his day, out of his Sunday, to come and talk with us. So, if you're just joining, the replay is going to be posted on the channel afterwards. So, if you guys miss anything, if you need to go do anything, you can hop back on and watch it. So basically what we're going to do is I'm just going to ask a few questions and then I'm going to open the floor up to the chat and you guys are going to be able to ask anything you would like to TP, the founder here. So the first thing I wanted to ask, because I've been wondering this ever since I heard about the project, where did you get the name X2Y2? Where did that name come from?
Yeah. Uh, from the very beginning, we are considering building something that is really decentralized. And so when we take a look at marketplace, and we know there's already an exchange that claim itself to be totally decentralized, the DXDY, right?
Uh,
And it's coming from math equation, and so we think, yeah, it's cool, and we want to build something really decentralized too. And let's pick up some easy equation. So that comes the equation of a circle. So
okay.
it's x
That's
squared plus y squared equals r squared.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's extremely intelligent. That answer, honestly, that's a huge question I've had, coming into it, and it's kind of crazy how this is only a little over, not well, yeah, no, almost a month now. I think it was February 8th, if I'm not mistaken, that it launched. You guys already
Yeah.
have on your native currency. I mean, I was looking as of right now, $150 million market cap. That is extremely impressive to have grown so fast like that. What motivated you to start this? What made it motivated you to want to found a marketplace?
uh Well, actually, I've been building startups since 2008. So this is my sixth or seventh company, and I'm already 42 years old. And in this field, it feels like quite old. And I actually started coding since 14, and like building all kind of services, apps, and I really want to build something everyone in the world can see. And I myself jumped in crypto in about around 5 years ago. So building all kind of things, including DeFi protocols, and actually the team have built several NFT marketplaces on different other chains. Uh, 1 year from now, before, and we've already gained some success in on other chains, and we are thinking, uh, if we can build something cool on Ethereum, then everyone can see us, and we are proud of our own product, and yeah, we just want to show what we've been building for a long time and show that to the world. That's and also people are complaining about the open sea, and we are thinking like, how about let's build something better than OpenSea and giving out all our shares to people. And we just left about 10% to ourselves. If we can, reach half of that of OpenSea, then we will still be, quite rich. But yeah, and all the other people, they share the other, shares of the company. And wasn't that something, really for the community? So yeah, so we just built it.
Of course. No, for the community is it's really rare these days that someone builds something for the community. And real quick, I just wanted to say to everyone out there that's watching this live, that is going to be watching the replay, neither party here, there's no paid promotion, there's no sponsorship here. I am a user of the marketplace, and I figured I would reach out to TP and just maybe ask if I could have some of his time to do this. So neither party here got anything outside of exposure and some knowledge around the marketplace for this. You said you've been working on the X2Y2 for quite some time.
Yeah,
How long before it was launched in February were you working on it?
yeah. We have experiences on some similar NFT marketplaces, but X2Y2 is something really new. If you don't, if you can extrude our previous experiences, and we built everything from scratch and from the smart contract, because there's a lot of space you need to optimize to save gas for Ethereum, and we actually started working on it in October last year, and yeah, it's actually the 15th day or 16th day since the market really launched on Ethereum, and we kind of built the beta version for 2 months, and we started our initial liquidity offering. There's 1,000 users join us, and we gathered all those Ethereums and put all of them into the Uniswap pool and locked and burned all those LP tokens. So we make sure all those money we gather from the 1,000 users won't be take back, won't be robbed by us. And the team is still anonymous, so we need to do every step very carefully and make sure people don't need to trust us by our names, but trust us by what we do, by the actions.
Of course, and being anonymous is very normal these days. I'd say the three biggest marketplaces that we have on Ethereum right now, X2Y2, LooksRare, and OpenSea. I'd say LooksRare as well. They have anonymous creators, but people love them because their community interaction, and people are loving X2Y2 for the same reason. People have a problem, and you can see it's very quickly resolved by the team. I was curious to know, and I don't, like you said, you want to remain anonymous. um, is how many people are working on this marketplace? Is it a really big team, or?
I don't know. It's around 20 people, less than 20 people working on it, and most of us are programmers, and me too, a programmer.
So a good amount of people, a good amount of people. Now, one thing that I was looking at here, and I will pop this up so you guys at home will be able to see this. And TP, what they're looking at right now is the roadmap,
Uh-huh.
kind of what you had initially posted there. And we can see the next thing coming up is in April. And of course, everyone, it could be, pushed back or sooner or whenever. But I just wanted to know the 3D VR immersive UI for NFTs. What does that mean? If you could maybe explain that a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we are playing games, there are all kind of in-game marketplaces. I think if you have ever played any game, you know what I'm saying. And the feature, I personally spent around 1 hour on Oculus Quest every day for half a year now, and I know there's endless possibilities in the VR world.
Oh yeah.
And we are thinking, when someday you spend 8 hours in the VR world, you definitely need something, some UI that you can buy and see your NFTs in the VR world. And we are trying to build something like you can have your own house and have your NFTs decorated in there. And there's also a marketplace. Then you can, talk to people face to face in the VR world and exchange the NFTs. And we've already built a demo. I think we can just call it proof of concept. It's in the gallery, a very gorgeous gallery, and you can uh, pick NFTs from your wallet and decorate it there, something like that. And I think we can open the demo very soon. Um, but since we released X2Y2 on Ethereum, we found that there's a lot of things people are asking for, which haven't been, served well by all the marketplaces already there. So yeah, there's tons of things we can build just for the marketplace on a normal browser now. So we'll do that part first.
Oh, that's definitely a step above, what any of the other. That's really exciting, honestly. And you said that there's a demo that will be available soon.
Yeah,
That's amazing. So it would be a VR, and I always have. I mean, I have my Oculus right next to me on my desk. I spend a lot of time in VR, so I know that feeling.
yeah,
And that's going to be so you're going to have essentially a virtual room or a virtual kind of metaverse or experience that is powered by X2Y2, if I understood that.
yeah, that's
That's
right.
that's awesome. That is awesome. And then the other thing we see here, which is of course, Q1, Q2 of 2023, so still a ways out, but it's building the market on layer two. And what does that? If you could explain that a little bit.
Yeah, uh, the gas is quite expensive on Ethereum, the L1 we call it. Uh, the reason is the storage is very expensive, designed by the EVM itself. And we want to keep some of the logic on L1, but move all those storage and the matching engine to some L2 technologies, which could be almost free. And by doing so, I think we can gradually open those parts we build on L2 open source too. The smart contract for trading NFTs on Ethereum itself has already been open sourced. So yeah, it will make the whole marketplace more and more decentralized and more clear, more transparent to everybody.
No, and that's awesome. I mean, gas fees have definitely been low lately, but
Yeah,
there's some collections, say the floor price is 0.01, it still is kind of off-putting to pay, twice as much with the gas fee, as you are for the NFT. Now, I
yeah,
noticed the one thing that it kind of upset some people, but it made me love the marketplace to begin with, is the only certain NFT collections are valid for your staking rewards, or not really staking, but your listing rewards,
yeah,
and I thought that was really good because the one problem that say other marketplaces have is all of the spam and the scam NFT projects, and I feel like you're kind of restricting that, which is nice. Is that would that be fair to say that you're kind of trying to restrict the spam projects?
uh, yeah. It depends how you define spam.
True. Say,
Yeah,
someone right click copies a bunch of bored apes and colors them different, and I haven't seen that. I've seen only like original projects on the market, on your market, that is, and that's been really nice.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, for those verified projects, the buying experience is quite smooth. But for those we haven't verified, we actually will warn users that there's something we can't verify yet. Are you really want to? Are you already going to buy it, or something like that? And yeah, keeping those spams away is one thing, and on the other hand, there are quite a bunch of good projects that cannot be verified on OpenSea. So I don't think I think OpenSea just released a tweet about it 24 hours before about how they're gonna change the verification process. Actually, we are trying to do almost the same thing. We haven't announced that, but that is something we thought we can do better than OpenSea. Uh, a lot of people are complaining about they've already got a very successful collection, and it's already been a year or so. People love it, but they just can't get verified on OpenSea. And for those ones, we would like to help them.
No, and you do see that a lot on Twitter. Projects that have been around, they are, they're established and they still haven't been verified. So kind of, making that process easier for them is, it's awesome. I am interested out of all the different, because we see looking at different marketplaces, we see what they do right and what they do wrong. A lot of the time we see what they do wrong because, bad news always comes to the front, it seems. What is your top priority, I would say, for 2022 and growing your, not only your marketplace, but kind of growing the whole experience?
Uh, yes, I just feel there's tons of things we can still left to be done yet. Uh, yeah, we have already have a roadmap, a detailed roadmap about how to build the marketplace for about 2 months. It sounds short, but tons of things can happen in just 2 months. And yeah, uh, and a lot of innovations are coming in this NFT space. A lot of new players out of this world, out of the crypto world, are coming inside. And yeah, I can say in the coming there's still 9 months in this year, right? I can say what we will do, what can happen, but yeah, there's a lot of improvements on the current experience. I can assure. And we are quite uh, quick on the change. We adapt changes very fast, and I'm eager to see what will come into this space, and how the platform gonna evolve according to that.
No, definitely. In response to that, someone in the chat, Garrett,
Mhm.
has had a comment for you. He says, "I've been pleasantly surprised by everything you've done. It's like they looked at what OpenSea does terribly and improved it." Would you say that, in building X2Y2, you took a lot of kind of inspiration from what the other marketplace does wrong? You kind of, or
Yeah.
yeah, no, it probably makes it a lot easier to have someone, come before you and make all the
Yeah.
mistakes so you don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
uh
oh, go ahead.
yeah. You know, Actually, I did most of the UI design myself. I'm the designer in the team too. Yeah, and some people love XUI2's design, and some people don't, cause it too simple, a copycat of OpenSea. But I think if you check it from all the details things, you can see they are very different. And yeah, I just started from a normal user's perspective. just using it a lot, and there's tons of question marks coming up from my head, and like why they did that, design it like that, or such kind of things. And yeah, and at the same time, when you design something, you need to check all the marketplaces around. I checked a lot for the Rebel. They are very cool. The whole design is very cool. But from the data, it feels like they don't get quite a lot of attractions on the marketplace. But the design is totally cool. I love them. And I also checked Foundation and all other NFT marketplaces. And yeah, you actually you just pick something, a theme, a design you like, and the basic design language, the design system is kind of simple, but for most part, you just think what you would like to do as a normal user, what can be improved. Yes, with all those marketplaces there for reference, a new one can have a lot, a lot of improvements on them. It's like standing on those giants' shoulder.
No, definitely. One thing in the chat, Noah Token says, and it may be a rumor, I heard they will add a historical section. I'm not entirely sure. Noah, what do you mean by that? Yeah, we'll see what he means by that there. One question that people have asked me, like I know, is there any plan to add, say, like Polygon trading as well on the market?
Yeah. Actually, that's quite simple for us to do so. But at the same time, all the features we build on Ethereum can be moves there, or migrate or bring there without almost no effort. So yeah, we can do that anytime if we want to do, but we want to add more features to the marketplace at this moment. And there's also ERC 1155, this standard we haven't finished our support. And after all those things done, we will consider Polygon. And actually, there's tons of EVM compatible chains on the market now. If we are ready for that, we can expand the market on all those chains altogether. Should be fun.
No, for sure. It's I have zero knowledge in coding, so it looks, of course, very complicated to me. What would be very very simple for you. And let me see. Let me look in the chat here to see. We just have T1 saying the X2Y2 team is amazing. Very happy with the new features released every day. Historical NFTs hold significance on the NFT timeline. Okay, so let's see here. Mint date, it's an entire growing niche. Old is gold. Noah, you'll have to maybe let me know a little bit more about what you're saying there. Yeah, so if anybody in the chat has any questions, definitely feel free to ask them. We'll just take up maybe a couple more minutes of your time. Again, I appreciate you being here. What outside of the VR, which is going to
Mhm.
be incredible, absolutely incredible, is there any other main features or at least that you could tell us about that you're looking at adding?
Yeah. Actually, uh, you know, the problem we are facing now is, although we are providing listing rewards for users who, put their NFTs on our marketplace, there are still not enough listings there. NFT OpenSea is having like 100 and let me see, they are having like 1.6 million NFTs listing on Ethereum on OpenSea, and we are only having one fourth of those, and so the liquidity is not enough for us. So we are now considering doing something, building something like I would call it a hybrid marketplace, a hybrid one. What the hybrid means is uh, there are aggregators like Jam already existing in the market. They aggregate all those marketplace NFT on their own, and you can uh, buy NFTs from all those marketplace from one place, from Jam. And yeah, actually, there's not so many marketplaces on already there. So mostly you are just using its cart function to buy from OpenSea, right? That's people sweeping the floor. And yeah, and we are thinking like we can build a hybrid one that you can, when you come to X2Y2, you can see all those listings from our marketplace. It's one fourth of that of OpenSea, but at the same time, you can also see all those listings from OpenSea, and we can provide you a shopping cart experience, and you can choose NFTs from our marketplace and from OpenSea at the same time. And when all is done, you just click checkout, and you can do all those things in one shot.
That would be, yeah, no, that would make everything very, very simplified, for sure. One question here says, expanding on the Polygon question, which you said would
Yeah,
be quite easy. He says, would other chains such as Solana be easy or hard to implement? I know,
that's a hard one.
yeah, because I know that's an entirely different chain. That would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
quite difficult. T1 also asks, how do you define, what would you consider short-term success and long-term success? What kind of marker do you have to say, this is successful?
Uh,
Such as like,
Actually, we haven't set a number for that, but uh, but it's easy to tell when nobody knows how the NFT marketplace itself will go after 1 year, right? And if at at some point we can share about 20% or 30% of that of OpenSea, then I think it's totally something we can call a success. Of course, we want to grow not even bigger than them, but yeah, at that stage, I think most of our token holders and the community has known something about X2I2, and that will be a very comfortable position for us to continue building and adding new features. If we can, reach that spot with a good tokenomics that people like, with all our shares, people can buy from the market, and we share all those revenues, profit with them. I think uh, from that point, maybe we can really dethrone OpenSea, because it's already known by the community, and that's somewhere you can really share the success with. So yeah, that'll be enough, and from
Definitely.
that point we can grow bigger.
Well, and even hitting 20% of OpenSea would be incredible. That's
Yeah,
20% of something may not sound like a lot, but when you're talking about a marketplace like OpenSea, that is a ton of market cap. That is
yeah.
a massive amount. So I've taken about half an hour of your time here. I don't want to take a bunch more. I guess
Thank you.
if somebody walked up to you and said, why should I use your marketplace instead of one of the competitors?
Yeah.
What would you personally tell them?
Uh, I would say it's a marketplace built by creative people and for the community. And what you do on this market will contribute to your own how to say wealth. I don't know it's the right word, but it's a marketplace you can success with.
It's something that is made to. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's the like a primary mission to be a kind of group effort of the creators and the community. So
Yeah, something like that.
awesome. Awesome. Well, so we've taken a little over half an hour of your time. I just wanted to thank you again for hopping on and answering some of those questions. I know a lot of people, have been jumping into the market, either getting, brand new to NFTs or trying a new marketplace. There's been a lot of questions and you definitely answered a lot of those. I'm really looking forward to a virtual reality marketplace experience. That's groundbreaking. That's new, and I think it's going to bring a lot of excitement, into the project. Um, yeah, and like Noah said, OpenSea doesn't pay their users. X2Y2 does.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. And for everyone viewing this, if you're just now hopping in and you're late, in about 15 minutes, this replay will be posted. So thank you all for coming out and spending some time with us. If you have any, serious questions, you can forward them to me, and then I can reach out to TP, if he has free time, over a tweet or something, and maybe answer some more of those questions. But
Yeah, great for me.
yeah, thank you so much. And this replay will be on the channel in about 15 minutes, guys. So thank you all for coming out.
Thank you.